Hello everyone and welcome back to Midweek Mentoring, the latest series on my channel. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, do go have a look back or look after. We provide loads of amazing information that you can't learn anywhere else. This series is all about offering insight, knowledge and help to aspiring or current entrepreneurs to assist them on starting, maintaining and completing their journey. Most of what I talk about has been things I've picked up myself, coupled with knowledge, facts and data that I've also collected on the way. I truly have a passion for helping people because I know I was once in their shoes, and at the time I could have also done with the help, and there's no better feeling than acknowledging that you've helped someone better their life. I'm no guru or claim to be someone I'm not. All my opinions are my own and should be taken into account wisely, but I will try to help you nevertheless. Anyways, enough waffling, let's get on with today's video. So for today's video, we're going to be doing top 3 things you need to remove out of your kitchen. If you still have these in your kitchen, get rid of them now. If you're in the Discord, I'm sure you know about our biohacking tips along with all the other data sets we provide. But biohacking is basically about learning what's good to put in your body and what's not good to put in your body to make your body healthy and to optimize it for best health and best growth. But first thing on the list is plastic chopping boards. Get rid of these now. You may have not even probably thought of it before, but plastic chopping boards are a no. Recently, plastic chopping boards have become way more popular, and when I was growing up, they didn't really exist. It was more often wood. The thing is, when you're cutting down into the chopping board, it breaks down plastics along with your food. Even though it's only little microplastics, they still get into your food, and that is definitely something we do not want to be ingesting. A small amount each meal, but these all add up over a lifetime. It is such an easy fix for a long-term beneficial gain. If you don't know about microplastics, they are known to cause hormonal damage, an increase in cancer, heart problems, and they can't be broken down in your body. It's something you do not want inside of you. Instead, you can get one of these, a good old-fashioned wooden chopping board, or recently I got a slate one. But if I had to pick, I definitely prefer having tiny bits of wood inside my body than plastic, as the wood will just get flushed out and has no harmful side effects. I prefer cutting on the wood one, but the slate also causes less erosion. Number 2 on this list is tap water. Do you guys really still drink tap water? If you do, you need to stop it now. You are only causing yourself a cumulative long-term damage which harms your body. In a lot of countries, tap water can actually be very clean, but for the most part, including the USA and the UK, it isn't so clean. Honestly, most tap water has all sorts of rubbish in that if you actually knew, you would never drink it again, which is insane. And it's not just the microplastics in the water that I'm talking about, it goes way deeper than that. A lot of water is ridden with pharmaceuticals, recreational drugs, diseases, chemicals, oils, bacteria, pesticides, sewage, and fluoride. Do you really want that inside of you? And given the amount you actually drink water, it's only going to build up and probably causes a lot of diseases in later life that people get. Cancer maybe. And let's talk about fluoride. Are you aware of the dangers of fluoride? You know, that thing in your toothpaste you brush your teeth with? Yeah, it's good for your teeth, but is it really good for your stomach as well? It is often added to water to prevent tooth decay, but ingesting it is far from good. It can have effects such as neurological problems, slowing down brain development, acne, skeletal weakness, joint pains, and stomach problems. Listen, you can make up whatever theories you want about why there's fluoride in water. Some people say the government added it to weaken our minds, but the truth is we'll never know, and that is sad. But the only thing you can do is try and stay away from it. On average, 1,500 people a day die from water pollution a day. You may not become ill straight away, but the small traces that accumulate are what causes the long-term or short-term damage. So, what is the solution then? Personally, I think the best thing you can do and the cheapest way is to buy a water filtering jug that will filter out everything bad in your water. They're not too expensive, maybe around $20, $30, $40, but you do have to replace the filters every few months, and these filters can tend to be between $10 and $15. This is the exact one that I use, as from research I found it to be the best, and it gets rid of 99.999% of things that you do not want to be drinking, with lab tested results. In fact, here she is, and it's even got a timer on it to tell you exactly when you need to replace the water filter. If you think this is too expensive, the next best solution is to buy bottled water from shops, specifically spring water. Brands like Highland Spring, Evian are all good, and if you can, buy it in glass bottles because, as you may know, the microplastics in water bottles do break down, so having it in glass just reduces that risk even further, especially if you live in a hot country where the heat can actually break down the plastic as well and even get more microplastics into your water. A big no. Item number 3 on our list is these non-stick pans. You have to cook to eat. so make sure you are cooking with the right equipment. PFAs are a family of thousands of human-made substances. They're often nicknamed forever chemicals because they do not break down in the environment. They have been widely used since the 1940s and are often in lots of everyday stuff, consumer products and industrial processes. Again, they don't break down, so this is not good for our planet or for us. Pan companies such as Teflon use forever chemicals in their products to help apply this non-stick effect to pans. This is fine, but over time, the chemicals on the pan break down, and when they break down, they get into our food. So over time, you're only consuming more of these chemicals. PFAs are known to cause cancer, hormone disruption, thyroid problems, and liver problems. Again, do you really want to be eating that? And those are not the only things on the list. Basically, it's just something you want to avoid ingesting at all costs. Other things you can find them in: pizza boxes, takeaway tubs, ready meal tubs. There's loads of stuff. Just look online to make sure you avoid them all. Also, if you haven't been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard of air fryers. Well, sadly, the majority of air fryers actually contain PFA chemicals, like this one here that I have on my air fryer. And as the air fryer craze is quite new, people just aren't aware of it. But now you are. So what is the solution to that? Well, I use these. These are made of metal and are not non-stick, and it raises the food above the floor of the air fryer, meaning the food does not make any contact with the PFAs, which works pretty well. Again, obviously the food sticks, but I'd rather my food stick and do a bit more washing up than having cancer-causing chemicals in my food. But hey, that's me. People have also reported that air fryers actually put lead into our food. Well, at least a few of them do, but that is a story for another video. And as for frying pans, get yourself a cast iron pan or a pan that's fully made of metal, because that way you're getting no PFAs in your food. Yes, slightly more expensive. Yes, your food may stick a bit more, but again, pick your battles. Listen, we always talk about this on YouTube and in the Discord, but it is something you need to get to grips with. Businesses do not care about your health. They're in business for a reason. They want to make money. So they do the best thing possible, the biggest selling points, the cheapest way to do things, which all have an impact on their customers. Not very good for lifetime value of customers, is it? But it makes them money. They will choose the best solution possible to make them the most money, regardless of the long-term damage it may cause. Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of Midweek Mentoring. Please drop a comment if you already do one or all of these things, or if you're going to try any of them out. It is so important that we look after our bodies how they are meant to be looked after. They are the vessels that navigate us through life, and when you start poking holes in it, water gets in and you will sink, i.e. your health will deteriorate. So many people are not educated enough about what they put in their bodies and what they eat, what they use, and companies are putting more and more nonsense into our products every single day, slowly killing us for profit. But no one blinks an eyelid. Society just adapts and moves on. Please subscribe and share, as we are aiming for 500 subscribers by the end of the year, as you may know. I'll see you all again in next week's episode.